Hey there, food lovers. You know that one dish at your favorite restaurant? Yeah, that one. Ever wish you could just make it at home and recreate that amazing dish? Well, with Copycat recipes, you can do just that. Or at least come pretty darn close. Of course, you can just DoorDash your food, but since we cook on this channel, we'll make one instead. Soups are one of my favorite foods, and although I don't go there very often, Panera Bread soups are often a go-to. One that comes to mind that Panera no longer carries is its baked potato soup. You can find a lot of Copycat recipes, including a website dedicated to them. Clever idea. This one, however, comes from the Food Network website, and I'll leave a link to it below. Since it is no longer available at Panera Bread, I thought, let's give it a try and see how close it comes to the real thing. Let's start with the ingredients we will need. 3 to 4 russet potatoes, 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter, 4 slices of bacon, 1 onion, 2 scallions, 3 tablespoons of flour, 1/4 teaspoon of celery seed, 1/4 teaspoon of white or black pepper, 1 cup of half and half, 2 ounces of cream cheese, 1 tablespoon of grated Parmesan cheese, 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of hot sauce, 3½ cups of stock or water, your choice. Then we'll garnish with some shredded cheddar cheese and some chopped chives. Starting with prep work, dice the onions fine into small pieces. For the scallions, finely slice the green stems and set them aside. Do the same for the white part of the scallions after removing the roots. Peel and dice the potatoes into 1/2 to 3/4 inch pieces. Only do this when you're ready to cook them, as potatoes will turn brown when left in the air. But even if you are ready to cook, or will be in a few minutes, you can still put them in some water just to make sure. Next, cut the bacon into 1/4 inch pieces. In a saucepan over medium-high heat, melt the butter and add in the bacon pieces. Bacon and butter, we are off to a good start. Cook for about 4 to 6 minutes, then remove the bacon with a slotted spoon and place on a paper towel lined plate. Reduce the heat to medium and add the onions, the white parts of the scallions, and a pinch of kosher salt. Cook until the onions are soft, about 8 minutes. Then add the flour, celery seed, and pepper. Stir and cook for about 1 minute. Next, add the potatoes, give them a quick stir, and then add in the stock or water. Bring to a boil over high heat, then reduce the heat to medium. Cook until the potatoes are tender but not falling apart, about 10 minutes. While the soup cooks, let's explore the history of the humble potato. Potato, which is part of the tuber family, often gets associated with Irish food, and for good reason. However, the first known use of potatoes as a way to feed people was in South America several thousand years ago between 8000 and 5000 BC in what is modern-day Peru and Bolivia. Even way back then, the potato was boiled or baked, which is a common method today. Another method was to leave the potato in the freezing weather overnight, let it thaw, and repeat the process until it was soft and the water could be squeezed out, resulting in a consistency similar to gnocchi. Potatoes didn't find their way to Europe until around 1570, when Spanish sailors brought them back across the Atlantic. Because of the hardiness and durability of the potato, it helped stave off famine when traditional crops failed. Perhaps most notably in history was with Ireland. Before the potato, famine was common in Ireland. By the end of the 18th century, the potato was a staple in Irish daily life. It did not take long before the potato found its way to other cultures and continents, including America during the early colonial times. Today, the potato continues to be a staple part of cultures and diets around the world. After 10 minutes, check the potatoes. If you can pierce them with a fork or separate them with a spoon, but they don't disintegrate, that is what you're looking for. Remove the pot from the heat and transfer 1/2 cup of the soup into a blender. Add in the half and half cream cheese and Parmesan and blend until smooth. Stir back into the pot, and then add in the green parts of the scallions, the hot sauce, and half of the cooked bacon. Simmer over medium heat for a few minutes and season with salt, if needed. Now that the soup is done, pour some into a bowl and top with the cheddar cheese, bacon, and chives. Then, dig in and enjoy. If Panera Bread's baked potato soup was one of your favorites, then this recipe might just hit that spot. It's a nice mix of ingredients and nostalgia for a soup you can't order anymore. It's worth noting that if you're going for a healthy version of potato soup, then this recipe probably isn't the best option, as it is all about the taste. If you do want to lighten things up, you can make a few modifications without sacrificing too much flavor. You can use light cream cheese, low-fat or fat-free milk. You can try olive or avocado oil instead of butter. And you can cook the bacon separately and don't use the bacon grease as part of your sauté. What do you think of Copycat recipes? Have you tried any? How did it go? Do you have one you want to see on this channel? Let me know in the comments section below. And before you go, I'd appreciate it if you liked this video and subscribed, as it really helps me grow the channel and lets me know to try out more Copycat videos in the future. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep cooking.